He casually said he drove by my work before our first date. After 6 months of being single, I finally gave in and downloaded a dating app. 3 days in, I matched with Kieran. Not a model, but he had a warm smile and kind eyes that made him seem genuine. We texted for a week. Banter was easy, vibe was good, so we made dinner plans. The first small red flag came early. Our college-age server spilled a tiny bit of water refilling our glasses. Harmless. But Kieran's expression shifted. For a second, just a flicker of irritation that didn't match the situation. He smiled and said it was fine, but something about that moment lingered in the back of my head. Throughout dinner, I noticed how obsessively he arranged his silverware, lined up the salt and pepper shakers, wiped crumbs the moment they appeared. Not necessarily bad, but the intensity was unsettling. After dinner, we walked around downtown. I mentioned a friend, Chris, who'd gone through a rough breakup. Kieran immediately asked, "Chris, is that a guy or a girl?" When I said she, he visibly relaxed. Weird. I kept talking. Then I mentioned another friend, Archer. Same thing. He interrupted to ask their gender. I said he, and Kieran asked, "How close are you? Ever dated?" We were on our first date. At the ice cream shop, my phone buzzed. Just my roommate checking in. But Kieran leaned in, trying to peek at my screen, and asked, "Who's texting you this late?" It was 8:30. My discomfort was growing. We found a bench to eat. Conversation turned to past relationships. He asked how many exes, names, why we broke up, whether I still talked to any of them. I kept it vague. He kept pressing, and then he said it. "So I actually looked you up before our date, found your Instagram and Facebook, even drove by your workplace yesterday just to see where you spend your time." So casual, like it was totally normal. He added, "I just like to be thorough with people I'm interested in." My stomach dropped. My address had been on my Facebook. I'd since removed it, but had he seen it? Had he driven by my home too? I smiled and said I had an early meeting, needed to head out. On the walk back to our cars, he talked about future dates. Not like, we should do this again, but next Saturday we'll do this, and then the weekend after that we'll go here, like we were already a couple. At my car, he leaned in for a kiss. I turned it into an awkward side hug. His face darkened just for a second before he forced a smile and said, "Playing hard to get, huh? That's okay. I like a challenge." The way he said challenge made my skin crawl. I got in, locked the doors, drove off. At the first red light, I saw headlights behind me. His car. I made 4 random turns. He followed all of them. I drove to the police station and parked in the lot, sat there for 20 minutes. Eventually, the car drove past and disappeared. The next morning, he texted, "Had a great time last night. Why'd you go to the police station?" Confirmed. He had followed me. When I didn't respond, he sent 12 more texts over 2 days. They escalated from, "Are you okay?" to, "You're being really rude," to, "I deserve better after all the effort I made." I blocked him, locked down all my social media, changed my work route for the next 2 weeks. Safe to say, that's the biggest ick I've ever had, hands down.